show that tackles the big issues affecting the BVI and the rest of the Caribbean. Searches for answers to today's big questions and gives viewers a unique perspective on developing stories. Follow the big story with me, Kathy Richards, only on JTV. This show is brought to you by the National Bank of the Virgin Islands, Cyril B. Ramney Tertola Pier Park, NV Salon Spa Nail and Barbershop, HOV Medical, and Digicel. Sign up for Digicel Plus Home Light Bundles, faster internet, movies, and sports. This is The Big Story. I'm Kathy Richards. I want to thank you so much for joining us for this edition. I'm so delighted today to be joined on set by three adorable young women. The colors they came in this morning is like so amazing. These are three young women among the many in the Virgin Islands who are working so hard in carving their future, in doing what they take to make the British Virgin Islands the best place ever for them to live and to thrive in a beautiful way. Ladies, I want to welcome you to The Big Story. You're all doing well today?
Yes, thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so we have a little name confusion, so we can't do the halfway call name. We have Sky Dabrio, we have Skylar Potter, and we have Martica Laurie. And these young ladies represent Girls Up, and you would have been seeing here on the JTV, we've been advertising, as well as on their very social media pages, what's coming up. An amazing November 30. I am so blown away. First, ladies, anyone could start off. Tell us a little bit about Girls Up.
So our club, Girl Up BVI, is a branch of the United Nations Foundation Club, Girl Up, and it basically focuses on empowering young girls like us in leadership opportunities and putting them in spaces where women are often underrepresented in the world.
What are some of those spaces underrepresented? Because it seems so global.
Yeah, I mean, definitely in the business sector, politics,
Engineering.
Yes, engineering, medicine, like higher up positions. Like women, we know how to lead. We can lead.
Yes. For you, Skylar, since you've been a part of this organization, what is the most gratifying things that you would have experienced and say, hey, listen, we are doing something really good?
Well, since we closed our registration for our event, we've had girls even continue to reach out to see if this space is available for them. So seeing this is something that they want to attend and making sure we make more spaces and hopefully, in the future have another event like this so we can create more opportunities for girls. I think that's really important and that's really heartwarming to me to see all these girls wanting it.
How is that for you, Sky?
Honestly, it's the same. I'm saddened that we can't have an infinite amount of members. I wish you could have everyone at the event, but hopefully in the future we can have an event even bigger and even grander, so we can have all the different girls from around the territory.
Listen, we've got some time, a new location with bigger space, more sponsors dropping on board. Tell us, how are you coordinating this?
Well, basically for all the girls in our club, we've for the beginning reaching out to the different local professionals. We had girls, we wrote on the board, who do you know in certain fields? And the girls who did know that person, they would reach out personally. So if they had, if it was a family member, a close friend, or someone they even did an internship with, just creating that connection.
Okay, so tell us about some of the speakers. But first you could also tell us what the aim and objective of the event is, its name and date and so.
Well, our event is officially called Her Network, a networking opportunity for young women around the territory. We invite girls from all different backgrounds, all different career interests, and everything that they could possibly be interested in. We have 11 different fields, all with 11 different professionals, 11 different female professionals, who, when the girls will be able to come to our event, have small sessions with these women to be able to learn what it's like to be a woman in this field, also like their schooling and how they got to this point, as well as most importantly a networking opportunity so they can help them find jobs and internships in the future with these talented women.
When I look at the flyer and I saw 11 female professionals, I'm like, how are they going to do this to make sure that everybody are impacted during the sessions? Based on what you just said, it's going to be like a group setting situation.
Yeah.
Explain it to me how it's going to pan out.
So basically we have it as like when girls did the registration, they would choose their first speaker and their second speaker.
Okay.
Yes. So in the second hour of the event, the girls will be able to go into their respective rooms with the professional speaker, have a 1 hour session. The speaker will present herself, present her schooling, her journey, and then the girls can have the chance to answer questions. And then we're going to have another one of those sessions for a different group of girls after lunch where they can do the same thing. So everyone has a chance to meet with who they want to meet.
Okay, so it's like rotational.
Yeah. And even in the very beginning, we have about half an hour, 45 minutes for the girls to talk to all the professionals in the atrium, where we'll have different tables for each professional where they can decorate however they want, and the girls can go up to them and ask them questions if they didn't necessarily sign up for that specific professional. So everyone gets to talk to everyone.
Okay. Having contacted these 11 women, I know that you would have had little conversations with them. What was the most interesting thing that you would have spoken to with one of them?
I think it was mostly just doing scheduling time because they're very busy. So making sure, like some of them that we contacted beforehand, they were traveling, doing all great things in their field. So unfortunately, they could not come. So just like that.
Nice. Is there a specific age range of young women that we are inviting to the
Yeah. We have advertised high school and college age girls, but it not necessarily like someone asked me on the Girl Up account. Doesn't necessarily mean they have to be enrolled in high school or college, but we're kind of just looking for the age range of about maybe 14 to 19 years old, that kind of age range.
Okay. I'm pretty interested in knowing what are your career paths? What are you girls doing? I started with you, Sky. Tell me a little bit about you.
Well, after high school, I plan on applying to school to get a bachelor's degree in biology, because I then plan on furthering my education in either in a field of medicine, so whether it be physician or dentistry, surgery, any kind of like medical field is what I'm interested in. I love science.
No, okay. When it is that you realize that, hey, this is the area that I have a knack for?
Well, since I've been young, like small child, I've wanted to be a vet, or I've wanted to be a doctor, like da-da-da. And then as I get older, I'm watching these TV shows as one of them, but also like watching these girls my age or a little older than me in school for these kind of things, where it's like they're always doing labs and they're always doing these research projects, and it's like, this is what interests me, this is what I want to do. I want to help others, but I also want to be able to think in myself like, wow, like from this small island where I grew up, I want to be able to go somewhere and be like, wow, Dr. Skydiver, Dr. Skydiver. Like, that's how I want it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Who was the person that has been the most influential in your life so far as you work towards your career?
Like medicine-wise?
In any way. Where people impact our lives in different ways.
Honestly, I'd have to say my mother.
Charlie would have killed you.
Yeah. My mother's a very strong woman.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. She's a very powerful woman, I'd say. So yeah, she's kind of been my role model with all of this.
Yeah, there's one thing I admire about your mom. I had cause to have conversation with her once, and the thing that struck me and still remains with me when she said, anyone who's coming to work under me has to aspire for higher education. So even if you would have had a PhD in something, you gotta go get something more. Because she has a passion for education, and I see you falling in that same. Yeah, I know a little bit about her mom. How about you, Skylar? What's your dreams?
Well, I'm applying to law school in January time. I'm planning on going to the UK. in a perfect world, I would be a criminal barrister, but you don't make very much money like those. So maybe criminal commercial, still in that like criminal aspect, and then I feel as though in a criminal commercial space, not every the company is not necessarily like remorseful or anything like that. So I wouldn't feel like something on my heart. So,
who in your family is in the legal profession?
I don't.
No one? Neither mom nor I'm not so sure that I know your parents.
My mom's Nadine Madeira, my dad's Ron Potter.
Oh, okay. Yes, I do know your dad. So what has led you to that career path?
Well, I've always wanted to help people, not necessarily, like biological space, like Sky, but I wanted to be a psychologist at first, like in eighth, around like middle school, and I did like internships with Dr. Samuel and Marissa Stubbs down at 5 Doctors Medical, and I got a feel for the psychology field and whether if that's something I would want to do or not. In the same impact, I did want to help like in the justice system, so be a forensic psychologist. So that's something I was very interested in, but I want to come home afterwards, and there's not very much room for that. So doing something like law, where I can get like that aspect of helping people, I can come home and do that, and that's something I feel very noble.
I love something that both of you said, come home, or go someplace, being from the Virgin Islands and going here and have my name being known. I love that aspect of it. What about you, Martha?
So when I go to college, I want to study hospitality management. And then just because I've always grown, like tourism is a big thing here, and we've always seen tourists coming in, and we've been to visit like the different hotels and stuff. And then eventually we want to come back to the Caribbean and work in the resorts here. And then I guess we all want to help people in different ways. So just be able to give people, allow them to see the beautiful Caribbean like we see it every day.
Awesome. I know your dad. I know him as a Rotarian, but a very, very passionate person about communities in the legal field. Yeah. I see you're not following in his footsteps. What mommy does?
My mom is a coordinator at Bizarre.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting. And the girls who are part of your club, it's that diverse in terms of the career paths that you all want to take. Yeah. So the young women who are hearing you now and probably wants to become a part of you, how do they do that?
Right now we're located at Cedar, so if they do want to join our club, they would have to reach out to one of us to let us know so we can send them the registration. Even though it's based at Cedar, it is open for all girls. So like I said, reaching out to us saying, oh, we would like to be part of your club, so we can send them with the right information to join us. They would just need transportation every Tuesday at 3:30.
Okay, you reach 4 times a month.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. What are some of the amazing activities you do as a girls' club?
Well, I mean, when we're not planning events, we try and do kind of bonding activities, because even though, yes, we want to reach to other people across the island, we also want to kind of form a bond within our club. So we did, for Women's History Month, we did like a wax museum where everyone got to choose like a female that inspired them within a particular field, and they did a presentation to the rest of the girls being like, this is someone who inspires me and is passionate about something I relate to. And it was kind of nice to kind of get that connection of what everyone else is passionate about, and then learn as well.
Awesome. All right. I think this is great. I love the conversation. I love to hear your hearts and know your passions. A group of young women with varied dreams, but one thing in common: whatever you do, you want to be of help to humanity, and that is so, so beautiful. I wish you every success with your conference. Is there any way that the community can pitch in to help further, or you have it all covered already?
Well, at this current point, we may need to look into sponsorships for a few things, but not everything is 100% hashed out. But we just hope that people can keep in mind for future events, and even looking to sponsor us, to always keep us in your minds for any future events because we always need sponsorships.
Yeah.
Awesome. And the registrations are closed, so sorry. And I hope that I know that this is going to be an awesome event to see the 11 amazing women that you have lined up there. Hats off to you, ladies. All the best in the future. Thank you so much for gracing us here.
Thank you for having us again.
Yes,
Thank you.
it's been a pleasure. And it's also been a pleasure being a part of your time for this edition of The Big Story. I'm Kathy Richards.